Hello. Houses and vehicles have been torched in Belfast overnight. Some families were forced to leave their homes after a number of demonstrations turned violent. Northern Ireland's First Minister said masked men were burning families out of their homes. The protests came after a knife attack in the north of the city, which left a man seriously injured in hospital on Monday night. A Sudanese man's been charged with attempted murder and is due to appear in court later. Dan Johnson is in Belfast and sent this report.
This is what a small minority of people in Belfast considered the best response to a serious stabbing. Homes were targeted and burned. Families had to be led to safety through the flames, rescued by emergency services, risking their lives in the most dangerous situation. It's what the authorities feared all day, what they warned against and pleaded not to see. The condemnation came quickly and was widespread.
Driving people from their homes, attacking their property, attacking the police themselves is not acceptable and is not excusable in any circumstance. And I would appeal to people that there's nothing that they are doing now which is going to help the gentleman who was so grievously injured. He has had life-altering injuries and is now in hospital. There's nothing that they are doing that is either helping him or his family.
It wasn't just homes. Cars were also torched by young masked men in these predominantly unionist streets. But the target here was immigrants, and the message to entirely innocent families was, "You're not welcome." In the north of the city, more people were forced to flee, including an African family who've lived here for 20 years. Northern Ireland's First Minister, Michelle O'Neill, said in a statement, groups of masked men burning families out of their homes is nothing less than disgusting cowardice. This has nothing to do with community, she said. This is outright thuggery.
Yes! Stand up!
This all began on Monday night with a knife attack in the street which left a man in his 40s with severe injuries and in a serious condition in hospital. Others nearby tried to stop the stabbing, and police arrested a Sudanese asylum seeker in his 30s who reached Northern Ireland via Dublin 3 years ago. He's been charged with attempted murder and will appear in court here later this morning. Despite officials pleading for calm, crowds started to gather in some places in the early evening. On Newtonards Road, around 150 masked men blocked traffic, then set fire to bins, making burning barricades. A bus had to be abandoned and was then engulfed in flames. Firefighters came but didn't approach the crowd. Police officers also stood back for a time. Then the crowd moved round the corner and focused their anger on houses where they believed migrants or asylum seekers may be living.
This is one of the side streets just round the corner from where the bus was set on fire. This is where people's homes were targeted. They're still damping down here. It's clear just how much of a risk there actually was to people's lives.
There were peaceful protests in other parts of the country. This was Glasgow last night. And this was Southampton, where Henry Novak's killing and his murderer's sentencing was the backdrop to this round of racial unrest. In Northern Ireland last night, that spilled over into pockets of violence. The concern is we may see this in more places, and it could continue over the days to come. The authorities are insisting these scenes must not be repeated. Dan Johnson, BBC News, Belfast.